So in this video I'm going to be basically explaining one of the major flaws with the way World of Warcraft is in its current state, and why that has made the game so much less fun than it used to be. And it's really simple. It's something that I haven't heard anyone else say, and I'm just going to get straight into it and just show my biggest fault with this game at the moment. And it's for me, it's such an obvious fault. Okay, so the problem with the game is it is pointlessly easy. It is just beyond pointlessly easy. This game is a joke easy. Okay, so I remember back in, back in every previous expansion pack before Mr. Pandaria, every single one of them, even Cataclysm. I know a lot of people don't even like Cataclysm, and personally I didn't like it too much either. It certainly was worse than its predecessors, but it didn't have this problem of just pissing easiness, right? So, okay, watch this, right? Watch this. Now, I am just a warrior class, Fury warrior class. I have everything I have. You just get from questing or dungeons. Every single thing I've got. It's literally just nothing but questing, items, and dungeons, right? I am 66. These things are 66 and 65. They've got 6,500 health. I've got 8,199. Okay, so back in Burning Crusade, back in Vanilla WoW, back in Cataclysm, Wrath of the Lich King, when you fought things out in the world, you could die. You actually could die. You could lose. It was a challenge at times. There were awkward places, like I remember the Curzon compound. I'm sure everyone remembers the Curzon compound, where you were trying really hard not to pull more than one or two things because they would overwhelm you and you'd die. You would lose. You'd die, and it was but you had to really think about it, and it like brought you into the game because you had to think, what's going on? What do I have to do here, right? And you had to basically tactically plan out what you're doing, and the whole game was actually fun because of that, because it was engaging and you had to think about things. But now this is the level of the game. Okay, watch this, look. Okay, now I am hovering over Mortal Strike, as you can see. I'm going to left click on this spell, and then I'm going to left click off of the monster that's hitting me. Okay, see that? It is dead. It is going to die from that one spell. Now I'm going to go on to the other one. I've left click. I'm not attacking it yet. I'm going to hit that spell again, and it is going to die. This spell is free. Right, I'm left clicking this one. Bang. There you go. And oh, I'm running out of health. Oh, there you go. Just got it back. Oh, I've got it back full. There you go. I'm full health. Wow. How about that? Full health. I just killed 3 things of about equal level. I didn't lose any health. I'm full on health. I one-shot them all. I used one spell on each one. I used Victory Rush twice on the last one to get myself 40% health back. Are you kidding me? And that's the game now. It's so easy. It's just, and because of how easy it is, at no point are you challenged to do anything. It is a mindless grind fest. I just walk around, I hit that thing, I just walk off. Oh, I missed it. So that was a good example. Yeah, I just hit that and I walk off. And it will die, and that's that, right? Now, you might think, oh, it's just warriors. It's just warriors that do that, right? And it's just arms warriors. Well, no, I will swap to Fury. And I'll show you that I do pretty much the same thing. I have to click more spells, granted, but I'll do the same thing. And Fury, right, no word of lie, is the weakest class in this game at the moment. The Fury warriors are so much weaker than everything else. I can't find my other weapons, so I'll just have to use this one. These are epics, but they are low level. They're level 60, but I mean that doesn't really, it doesn't really change the fact. I mean, even if they were amazing weapons, which they're not anymore, you can get weapons better than this at this level, especially this one. But even if they were amazing, that still doesn't make this acceptable. Okay, so watch this. So we can charge in, that's fine. There's that, and we get 3 of these in a row for free, and it's dead. There you go. Wow, that is what it takes to kill things with Fury. The weakest, absolute weakest thing in the game. Every other class and every other specialization in every other class is more damaging and more powerful than Fury, and yet Fury can do that. And then this spell here, this is 1 minute cooldown. It's one of the talents. Okay, you ready? We're gonna pull 2 things on us. We're gonna hit the spell. Bang. Both pretty much dead. And then we just mop them up. And they're dead. Okay. Could it be more easy than that? Could it actually be more easy? I didn't have Battle Shout on for that whole time. I didn't use any trinkets, I didn't use any special spells. That's it. What is the point of this spell? What's the point of this spell? What's the point of any of this? When am I going to need this shield wall? Unless I pull 10 things at once, I don't need shield wall. Unless I pull 10 things at once, I don't need this. I don't need any of these friggin' spells. You cannot actually die in this game. You cannot. And it just makes it so boring. It's so boring. Oh, I've got my flying mount. I had this at level 6. I can just fly around to each quest. Got in-game quest tracker, so I know exactly where I need to go at all points. Oh, I go here, do that quest, go there. Brilliant. I don't have to read anything. Oh, God. So how would you improve this? Reduce the damage everyone does. Reduce the damage everyone does by, say, 75-80%. If you do that, the game will just be 100 times better. It won't be completely fixed. There are still quite a lot of problems with it, like this freaking awful talent system. Like, this is just beyond crap. This just completely takes away that feeling of achieving something, of progression. You know, I mean, how did you know that you'd leveled up back in the day? You know, back in level 70, level 60, level 80 even. How did you know you'd leveled up? Because you get to spend a talent point. As soon as you level up, you spend a talent point. Yay, I've accomplished something. In this, 15 levels before you get to spend a talent point. You don't feel like you accomplish anything. I mean, I granted it was like a sort of false feeling of accomplishment, really, but at least you felt like something was happening. At least it kept you wanting to play it more. You know, oh, one more level and I get my next thing, my next talent. Oh, 15 more levels and I get my next talent. Brilliant. But that's not what the video's about. So yeah, if you reduce everyone's damage and healing by 75 to 80%, things will be harder to kill. You're more likely to die. You're more likely to actually have trouble with things. You have to, like, food is now point. There's a point in having food. There's a point in having drinks and everything for mana. I mean, at the moment, I do not need any of this food. I do not need it at all. At any point. Blacksmithing is also pointless, because, I mean, what I did when I first played this game, I got weight stones and sharpening stones and leveled up blacksmithing as I went, because I would use the weight stones and sharpening stones, and they'd actually, like, do something. Like, 8 extra damage on a weapon is really good. But it isn't anymore. It's terrible now. It's pointless. I'm whacking things for 4,000 without it. 4,000 at level 66. Everything has about 6,000 health. What's the point? What is actually the point? I filmed footage of me pulling like 6 things at once and killing them all, and ended up on full health in arms. Yeah. Yeah, that's what more can you say? And then you might say that, well, if everyone is doing too much damage, well, then no one's overpowered, are they? Well, that's true. Right, no one is overpowered. I'm not saying like, oh, mages are overpowered, they do too much damage, because warriors are overpowered, they do too much damage. No, nobody's overpowered, that's fine. But PvP is so unbelievably boring when everyone does this much damage. Unbelievably boring. You charge in and you one-shot them. Or they charge into you and you get one-shot. You one-shot them, they one-shot you. You are dead most of the time. You are literally dead 90% of the time in a PvP environment. How boring is that? You're just waiting. You are waiting to spawn to go and get one-shot by someone. Or you are waiting to spawn to go and one-shot someone and then get one-shot yourself. Combat lasts all of 2 seconds. If the damage was reduced massively, and healing, then combat would last some amount of time. And combat would be, like, you think about things that you're doing. But no. Instead, we'll just one-shot you and you'll one-shot us. I don't know what the endgame's like. I do not know what the endgame's like at the moment. Maybe the endgame's alright. But I know that leveling up is... I can't do it. I can't actually play this game anymore. I've got 66 and I can't go any further. I just can't keep playing it because it is so boring. Okay, having said that, right, I hope people remember this character here, this thing that I'm standing next. This is Tuskar, Queen of the Elec. Now this is a quest This is a quest mob. So basically, it was the ending monster at the in one of the quest chains for Hemet Nessingway, right? Now it used to be a 3-man quest, and I used to try and solo this with my paladin, and I remember being able to solo it, but I died 4 times in a row before I managed to solo it. You know, I used lay on hands. I used everything I could. You know, I think I even Hammer of Justice bandaged at one point. You know, because it was that powerful. Watch this. This is infuriating again, the weakest one. And it's dead, whatever. And that's Tuskar now. That's Tuskar. That used to be one of the hardest things to beat on your own. I've just beaten it like that. I don't know why they've done that. I don't know why they've reworked this game to make big quest monsters pitifully easy in the, again, in my opinion, I might be wrong here, but in the weakest specialization in the game, the weakest talent specialization in the game, Fury. I've just beaten it without losing any health. Why would they do that? Why have they removed hard things? I don't know why they've decided to make this game the easiest game in the world, but as long as they know that it is the most boring game on earth now, then that's all that can be done, to be honest. But yeah, I think for the most part that wraps up my criticism of what World of Warcraft has become, what I think they need to do to change it. You know, add powerful mobs back in the game instead of removing all of them and making everything easy, and reducing the damage everyone does, making food, you know, have a point, making cooking, you know, have a point, because you can make these foods off of things you find, and then you don't have to go and buy food, but now you don't need food anymore. Yep, so this was a bit rambly, because honestly I feel quite strongly about it. It's actually a point that really has angered me.
I can't put that there.
It's a point that really has just angered me about this game, because this game I grew up with and it was amazing. It was fun. Oh, his Banthar, he was another one. It was really fun and it was challenging. I remember, you know, many points in the game that were just really difficult, that you really had to try and think about. You know, it was a real tactical sort of, okay, what do I have to do to, you know, do this quest? What do I have to do? How do I do this quest? Okay, so these two are together, so I'm going to have to pull them away from that one, because that one over there might end up, you know, aggroing me and then they'll kill me. You know, but no, none of that anymore. It's just, oh, just charge in, one shot everything. Okay, end of rambling session. I might show the clip of me just like killing everything, you know, what, 6 things at once, not losing any health. At the end, yeah, there you go. World of Warcraft is a broken game, really broken, but I don't think it's irreparable. I think they can repair this game pretty easily, in honesty. The problems with it are so simple to fix for the most part, other than the talent system. That's fairly complicated. But just put it back to the way it was back in Lich King, preferably back in Burning Crusade, you know, but added things on it, obviously, but that style, you know, every time you level up you get talent, that's nice. Oh, actually, well, hang on a sec, these things are all close together. They're all 6,000 health, so let's see if I can do this quickly.
Not ready yet.
So I'm just trying to pull everything. Okay, I'll be ready. I'm going to pop stuff. Oh, let's have this. Okay. There we go. My goodness me. Oh, this game's so hard, man. Oh, Jesus. Look at that. Everything is dead. Oh, that's not dead yet. We charge into this, and what do you know, we have finished on full health. How many things was that? It's like 5 or 6 things on full health. And no, that wasn't really a challenge. I mean, just simply popping these spells does not make it a challenge. And again, I'm not even sure if I needed to. I might not have. I just did. Because why not? You know, they're all free. Yep, they're all free. So, World of Warcraft. The game that used to be the best game ever made and is now what I would call a cheap knockoff of the best game ever made. Anyway, that was, yeah. Sorry for the rambly state of this, but yeah. I've been, George from the Rolling Logs, and that's WoW in a nutshell at the moment. And again, this only applies to, you know, actually leveling up. But again, I don't know what endgame content is like. I cannot physically bring myself to get there. I can't do it. It's too boring. Yep. There you go. Okay, end of video. Goodbye. Subscribe if you like.